Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Age 40 Years. My name is Greg, and we're going to go ahead and start out with a like and subscribe request. So, been doing this for a little over a year, going on a year and a half pretty soon. Just ask you that if you're watching this for the first time, I would appreciate it if you would like the video. I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, certainly. Turn on alerts, comment, do whatever. Just engage, that'd be great. My name is Greg. I've been running this channel for a little over a year, like I said, year and a half, age 40 years. I'm now 41, gonna be 42 in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday. So, channel name, not all that relevant, but hey, we still are in our 40s. So until we get in our 50s, we're not changing it to age 50 years. Today, got a tasting on the desktop. This is a Maker's Mark product, as you can so clearly tell. This is their annual release they started doing, the Maker's Mark wood finishing series. Now, a continuation, I guess, of what they were doing, where they had like the BEPs and the THEs and the DEPs and the... I better stop or I'm going to say an acronym that's going to get me in trouble, but... Anyway, they used to have some really good wood finishing products that had these weird names. Now they've kind of gone to this model, which is an annual release. This is the third one. 3 of 5 is what the bottle says. You can see right here. Bottle January 2026. Year 3 of 5. Or I guess release 3 of 5. This is 109.8 proof. 54.9% alcohol by volume. And what they do is they take the whiskey and then they finish it in with some sort of staves. So this one is finished with 10 virgin toasted American oak staves. Again, bottled January 2026. Shout out to Maker's Mark for using this bottle, which is very similar, if not the exact same as the cellar aged. I love the look of this bottle. I think it's a little bit different, but same idea. And also shout out to them for being a 750 milliliter. So I have really enjoyed this series that they've been doing. Big proponent of it, and this is pretty available on shelves. It's about a $75 bottle, sometimes 80, but I really enjoy the bottle. I've really enjoyed this series. I'm trying to remember exactly. Last year's I think was really I really enjoyed. I think I even did a video. I'd have to check. But you know, I think it's a great product that they're doing. I love to see them doing some finishing. So we're going to try this one and see what we think. Again, this is a kind of a limited run, but pretty available product. Most of the stores around me have it. So we'll see what we got on this one. I think that, you know, as bourbon kind of has slowed down, more stuff just in general is available. And these have been hard to find in years past. I can't imagine that, you know, it's not like they suddenly came up with a whole bunch of new ones for this year this year specifically, but I just think that stuff's being, you know, people aren't buying as much, so it is what it is, but it's definitely more available. Anyway, I also want to mention that I got this one at Clyde's in West Columbia. Love that place. Love the people there. Great people. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the, you know, color is really nice, and these always are. Color on this is really nice. A little bit higher proof, non-age stated, so, but great color on it. Nose, oh man. What did I say the staves were? They are toasted American oak staves. Okay, I get like real rich vanilla in there, not your like fake vanilla, but you're like what is it, like a vanilla silk pie? Is it chocolate silk pie? I don't like those, but like that, like confectionery vanilla is what I get. And a little bit of like French toast. And then there's some red fruit in there. Not sure what red fruit that is. Maybe a cherry. But like the confectionery cherry too. You know, like the maraschino, not the Luxardo, not that dark black cherry, but like a red cherry. So it's quite nice. It's a great nose. I wonder what they say about it. Anything that they... Nothing in particular about the nose or the palate. Oh, I'm sorry. Notes. Vibrant, raw honey, stone fruit. I got none of that. Got none of that. Doesn't mean it's not in there. Just not what I picked up. Honey. I guess I could get the honey a little bit, but I get more of that sweet vanilla more than anything. All right, let's go ahead and try it. I am very late on this review. I have had this bottle for a little while now. You can tell there's not that much out of it. But people who got them when they originally came out, like the people who rushed to get a review out, they probably have had this for 4 months, maybe. So, anyway, if you're here watching, thank you. I appreciate you, because you could have been watching one of those that's been out for 4 months, but instead you're here at age 40 years. Me and my little corner of the internet. Also, before I taste this, I know, I'm just delaying. I am watching the World Cup, and how about the performance USA had against Australia? That was fantastic. I don't know when this video will go live. It is not being filmed before they play Turkey, but US has already advanced to the elimination round. But I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that's not paying attention. So, go USA. Great World Cup so far. US, Canada, and Mexico have been really showing off. So just fantastic. So I mentioned that in a couple other videos. But man, really proud of the way the teams played. Scrappy game, though, against Australia. Scrappy game. All right. Now, let's try it. So, past versions of this have been more on like the chocolatey side. This is really red fruit forward. It's sweeter than I recall the other ones being. Maybe I'll do a comparison. I think I still have the 2025. I can't quite remember. But it's definitely sweeter than I remember those being. Those were a little bit more like rich. And this is more on the sweet confectionery side. That's really good. And I like that. I've loved this series. I'm curious how I would compare this in a blind to last year's finish, with that little bit higher proof point. What did I say it was? 109.8. 54.9 to get a proof of 109.8. That's a great spot right there. I mean, that to have that sweetness, but that finish on the end, get a little bit more of the barrel there. It's delicious. Ah, man. After having the palate, the nose is even better. I'm telling you, just straight up French vanilla. I'm just picturing somebody like shaving vanilla frosting on a cake, and it just like rolling up slowly, like slow motion, like whoosh, and it just curling up, and you just grab that little curl and you're that's what this nose is. So good. That's so good. That's just like frosting. I love that. That's good. Finish is a little bit more traditional, so I think it abandons, or it kind of drops the red fruit and the sweetness, and finishes with your more oaky, kind of barrely finish. So I talked about it in a different video that I did, a blind about whiskey consistency. It was actually in a 12-year blind that I did. And my point was that when I was blinding 4 12-year whiskeys, that's all they are. They're just 12-year whiskeys. 3 of them bourbons, 1 of them Tennessee whiskey. What I found was I want those to be consistent from nose to palate to finish. This, where you have a finished product, I like how it introduces some things along the way, takes them away, and just kind of takes you on a little bit of a journey. I want I want to taste that age statement on a 12-year product. I want to taste the, just the proof on it. I want to taste all of that. This, on the other hand, is a different thing. I'm choosing this for a different reason, and that is I want that finishing. I want that uniqueness. I want that fun nose, and I just want a little bit different experience along the way. So I think Maker's Mark has done an excellent job here once again. Year 3 out of 5. And, I would probably settle on a pretty decent score here. Now, here's the thing. $75. It is a limited release. It's an not age statement, but it has a year statement, so it's a 2026 release. Would I back it up? You're damn right I would. Hell yeah, I would. Why not? I mean, that's a $75 nice bottle that I think introduces some really interesting flavors. Where I think this one could really hit is people who aren't as bourbon friendly and just need that like sweeter profile. And this one fits delightfully there. So I think I will. I had not yet, but I think I'll probably back up this bottle. Just because I can't get it again. Although I am seeing some 2025s show up on shelves. That's kind of weird. You know, sometimes I think Maker's Mark gets like lost in the mundane because they're just consistent and do what they do. They don't explore a lot. They don't have like 9 different mash bills. They don't do a ton of, you know, weird stuff. They're just kind of there. Very similar to like Four Roses. But man, if they don't, the average rating of their product has to be pretty damn high. They make a really good product. They're consistent about it. Quality's good. Taste is good. Good palate. I mean, great investment in the palate here. I like the proof point a lot. The nose was fantastic. So, you know, shout out to Makers for not being overly complex, not, you know, really doing anything to mess up the formula, but getting a little out of the comfort zone and exploring a few wood finishing options. So once again, great option. You know, I'm probably going to give this on a scale of 10. I know I'm very generous. I've had some people mention that to me. I don't care. It's my channel. You make your own channel and be really condescending if you want this. That's completely up to you. I'm not going to do that. I think there's great people making great whiskey. I did have one. There was one on my channel that scored horribly. And I poured that whiskey out. I legit poured it out. I should have filmed the video of it for a short. The only drain pour of age 40 years so far. This one, I'm going to go with I'm 8.35. I want to get the 8.4. You know what? Screw it. 8.4. We're giving it an 8.4. Let's not get so out of control that we're on 1,000-point scale. 8.4. And yeah, really good. I think I will back it up. I'll find one. I think Tina's got them sitting around. Her last I was there, she did. So I'll probably grab another one and throw her down in the old stash, which is down under there. There's not a lot in there most times, but when you find one you really like and you just want to be able to come back and enjoy it later, it's nice to be able to do it. So don't hoard bourbon. Looking at you, guy who's sitting there with 12 Buffalo Traces. Don't hoard it. Drink it. Enjoy it. If there's something you really like, back it up with 1. Don't back it up with 10. Okay? Also, don't resell bourbon. With that, I'm going to close this out. It's great to be back here with y'all. I appreciate you joining me for a nice little Maker's Mark 4 months delayed review. 8.4 on the Makers. The Steward's release. Congratulations. Nice job, Maker's Mark. Fantastic whiskey. With that, I'll remind you, please drink responsibly. And as always, cheers.